Brum brum went my tractor. Brum brum went my tractor. Brum 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 brum. Right. You might have noticed in a couple of my videos I've got a little bit of black on me. Look, I'm looking a bit black. I haven't been down a coal mine. What? I'm actually back in the farmhouse. I'm getting soot out of the chimney up there above the wood burner. So I noticed the video I did the other day of Hartbury College. I edited that, put a bit on the front. I look like a chimney sweep. Anyway, that's just a little explanation. Right, brum brum went my tractor. I'm just driving down to the lower field. It is the last day of the cows going out. Which is kind of weird because really they'd never been out this late. I got to check the date on my phone because I don't know what date it is. I don't really live to it. What is it? 15th. Blimey. Whew. 15th of November, right? So the last day of the cows going out. Well, actually, no. What day is it? 15th today is the 14th when I'm filming this, 15th when the cows go out on the grass, because I'm coming down they've gone back in now. So let me tell you what we've been doing. We've been keeping them in at night on silage, and then in the daytime we've been letting them out for a few hours. Now that is really weird. There's been so much grass left in the field. I've never known a year like it, and we'll have a look at that in a minute when we get there. It's sort of more like grass that you'd expect in the spring, partly because that field up there is where the new lay is, so you expect that to be good, but the lower fields they're on as well have got plenty of grass in them. Now I know some of you will be looking at this going, well, that grass isn't very good quality, and 100% right, 100% right. It's not the grass that's going to produce lots of milk, it's just a bit of filler. But you see, in my opinion, it's not all about chasing the buck. There isn't much buck in this farm. No, the reality is you've got to balance things up sometimes. About, you know, the keyword mental health, probably the one that everyone talks about, but what works for you. So the main thing for me, okay, I can honestly say a winter on a farm, especially a little dairy farm like this, it's a blooming long slog. It's a blooming long slog. Once the cows are in, that's cleaning out twice a day, bedding down twice a day, sorting out the feed twice a day, milking them twice a day, on and on and on. And it's like, and repeat, and repeat, and repeat, till we get to April. So if I can pull back a few days, well, really a couple of weeks in this case, where I'm not actually having to clean them out twice a day, but maybe just once a day and bed down once a day and stuff, do you know what? That is such a relief. There is a little bit of a saving as you use less straw. Plus the fact, if they're not eating in the clamp, that's less silage I've got to make next year, which is less fertiliser I need to put on. Farmer P's trailer behind me, by the way, the yellow one. So I balance this off and keeping them out in the fact that, okay, we're not going to get as much milk maybe at this time of year if they're grazing as I would if they're in the clamp, having clamp silage all day. But do you know what? It's a blooming relief because I've cut down my winter by 2 weeks possibly. Last year we had a really late spring. They went out at the end of April. So if you think about it, normally they come in the beginning of November. I nearly had them in for 6 months last year, and that is a long slog. So if I've got them out an extra week or two at the early part of winter, do you know what? That's just saved me a load of grief, a load more work. So I look upon this as maybe not cost effective, but mentally effective. And do you know what? Some things in life, I think that's quite important to look at that. Anyway, right, we're nearly there. We'll just have a spin round. We'll have a look when we get there. Do you know what as well? I'll really miss coming out in the field to move the electric fence, because I will spend most of my winter around the yards, and these lower fields I might come down and do a little bit of fence posts and stuff and cutting up a tree and stuff, but generally once the heifers are in anyway I won't need to be down here, and I'll miss that kind of walk in the woods not the woods, but the fields. I mean, look at this little field. No width to it, look at that. And I really like that. I don't like these massive fields, the sort of big arable fields you see. I like the fact that we got this little tiny field, and in a minute we're going to see on our left a field maple. Field maples look lovely this time of year, look. Can you see that? That's a field maple I left there when I've been hedge trimming. I figured it was the corner of the hedge and it was really hard to get to with a hedge trimmer, so do you know what, I thought actually far better to just not trim that bit of the hedge. And look what's popped up, a lovely bit of colour. And actually, do you know what, we're going to need those extra trees, because when these ash trees have gone, and they will be gone in the next year, there's going to need some more trees to replace those. Right, I'm nearly here now. We'll hop out. I've got to reel the fence in, and we'll just have a quick look. Ooh. Look at that, look. Another field maple up there. Can you see the golden colours? I love all that. Right, so what we got here, look, you can see that this is what they're grazing at the moment. They've grazed this off. They don't really like it as much, I can tell you this now. So I've given them a big chunk, but they're coming back daytime to eat that. So basically what they're doing is they're coming down here, they're chomping off, and we'll see it. Look, there's a fence line. Can you see a line there? You can see a line, can't you? Yeah, you can. So that side they've eaten today, that's their bit tomorrow, that's the last bit. And it is time for them to come in, there's no doubt about that. The weather's fine. Look, it's not wet raining, but I've just got to turn the fence off. But there is no nutrition in the grass, so there is a point. You can't keep them out forever, not milking cows. The heifers come back over here, so what will happen is I shall put the heifers back out here. Look, I've just taken these pigtails down. So the heifers have come back over here. Take this fence down. So basically the cows will be in tomorrow. I'm going to let them back down here tomorrow morning, and they'll come down here for the morning. They'll come up to the gates, I'm sure, by about probably 12 o'clock, maybe a bit later, 12:30. They seem quite happy actually, they've been lying in the fields. 12:30 maybe. I'll let them into the clamp or on the round bale, and then that's it. That's the winter for milking cows. But the heifers will be back on this. They're going to be back on this probably in the next few weeks, because there's still plenty of grass here. And what we'll do, we'll ranch the heifers around the farm for another, I'm thinking probably 4 weeks. Really, again, depends on the rain. We have got plenty of grass, but you know, they'll graze a big area of the farm now until it gets too wet or the grass runs out, and then they'll come in. And it's a system that works for us. Doesn't work for everyone, you know. Everywhere you go, you've got a different idea of what people think is a great idea. But hey, I'm still here. 8,000 dairy farms left in the UK now. I think it was about 1990 there were 20,000. And every day one more goes. Every day, it seems. And you see a farm sale, you know, we're a dying breed. You're looking at a rare breed farmer here. Rare breed farmer, dairy farmer, small family farm, rare breed. I'm trying to undo the wire in the. Look at this. Attached to the post. There we go. Yep, we are. I am a rare breed. I think my wife calls me something else, but. Ooh, look at this. Multitasking. Look, I flipping caught this up. Put these away for another year, for next year. So, will you come and see me in 2022? 2022 is actually 10th anniversary of officially funky farmering. I was videoing before then, but 2022 was when I put videos up in earnest on YouTube. I started then, and 2022 is also the 200th anniversary of our farm. of when our family started farming there. Before that was a Pullen family actually, which is a relation to Farmer P. Not quite sure how much a relation, but so anyway, I'm blabbing on. Oh dear. Carry a camera, carry some fencing stakes, talk to you guys. It's all going wrong. Right, just going to reel this fencer in, and I'm going to get back up. And we might see the cows come down tomorrow morning. I'll call them down. I don't expect they'll be that keen to come down. And then we'll have a look at the end when they come back up. And I'll be going, winter 2021 starts. I must admit, Christmas for me is always the time which I don't enjoy. And do you know why that is? Because I hear everyone going, oh, I've got 2 weeks off for Christmas. What are you doing for Christmas? Where are you going? You know, well, I know where I'm going. I'm going to the blooming milking parlour. And I'll be doing milking and milking. Oh, and a bit more milking and scraping out and getting up every morning. Christmas Day I'll be up. So that's my Christmas. Right, look at this. Very good system, this. Electric cable, a little bit of wire on an old reel. This reel's ancient. Electric fencer there. Just put a small current through, and then the cows won't come through. Won't go through that wire. Hey ho, let's go. See you later, guys.